for 300-plus yards, 375 this game. That ties an NFL record. 8 consecutive 300-yard passing games, 3 touchdowns. The 1 pick was meaningless. It was the end of the half Hail Mary. He played great. But what impressed me the most was they just remind you they can beat you any way they want to beat you. I thought the play, like, look at this 50-yard pass to Kareem Hunt. This is a little dump off. Kareem Hunt, little screenplay. I'm going to make you miss. I'm going to run off you, and that's to the house. Oh, okay, so why weren't they scheming to stop Kareem Hunt? Well, then Tyreek Hill's going to hit you in the head. Okay, well, what about Travis Kelce? And then as you pointed out, see, who's their 4th option?
Sammy Watkins.
Oh, okay. The guy who the Cowboys were dying to pay a ton of money to be their #1 option by far.
Yeah, $16 million a year.
Right. This Chiefs team, this is the best offense in football. With respect to the Saints, to the Rams, to what the Patriots are doing, the only thing stopping the Chiefs from
scheme and talent.
Yes.
Them and the Rams have some of the best scheme. We know in New Orleans what they're doing with Drew Brees is very special, but scheme and talent, it happens to reside in Kansas City as far as being the strongest.
Because what the Saints and the Rams both have, that the Chiefs have, is a stud running back and a stud #1 receiver. Pardon me, receiver. I don't even know who the Rams tight end is. I think it's Higbee. I'm not sure. They never throw to him. The Chiefs have Travis Kelce. The Saints, who's their 2nd best wide receiver? Is it Traquan Smith? The Chiefs, it's Sammy Watkins. Like, it is this schematically, and they have a head coach that can look eye to eye with Sean Payton and Sean McVay as far as schematics. The only reason the Chiefs aren't scoring more a game is because they're getting up so big that they're taking the foot off the gas to play the clock late. Like, this offense is, right now, as good as any offense I've seen. It is eye to eye with the best offense.
And this Browns defense is a talented defense. So when you look at it, you think, well, that's Cleveland. Well, they got a lot of talent on that defense. So when you look at what they did and how they did it, you also have to look who they were going against in the Browns.
With all the talent of the Kansas City offense, then where is this Chiefs team susceptible?
I would say I'm concerned about 2 things. I'm concerned about their overall run defense. If someone happens to eat up the clock and keep that offense off the field. And I'm concerned about their penalties. When you start talking about championship football, you can't have 90 to 120 yards in penalties a game. That's a whole football field. Those type of penalties, they change the game. They put you in 3rd and long. They pass interference at the wrong time. They are automatic scoring situations. So those are the things they have to be able to shore up the run defense, which I do believe will get better. And it's hard to play better run defense when you're ahead, because sometimes how good are you, how many attempts? But in these close games, teams will run the ball. And those penalties in big games, especially if you happen to face the Patriots, because we know they're one of the least penalized teams. All right, so big difference between those 2 organizations.
The run defense is what my biggest concern is, because I can just see it already in my mind's eye. They're playing a home playoff game after a great season. Some things go wrong. They're down 4 with 5.5 minutes left, and the other team has the ball. And you never get it back. They just run it right down your throat to run out the clock. Like, there's going to be a situation where they have to be able to get a stop to get the ball back, and the run defense is, to me, the biggest concern.
One thing I want to watch, too, because Kansas City Chiefs fans are smart. But, man, they've been going through a bad history. And anytime you go with teams that have gone through a bad history, they get anxiety. So I'm worried if the Chiefs get home field advantage, if they get down in the playoffs or not playing prolific offense, do they think like Nick Wright?
Yeah.
Because they've been seeing this for years. Oh, man, here we go again. Oh, man, here we go. See, they're not saying that in New Orleans. They're not saying that in L.A. But do the Chiefs have that already baked in? That's a concern for me for this young, explosive offensive team.
All right, let's get to another game from yesterday.